Hello, Journey is here. So the next few bits of footage I recorded, but I didn't have my mic input in, so there's actually no recording of my voice. It's just gameplay footage, so I'll aim to be commentating. So here we just refreshed our quest, looking for another 60 gold quest, but we only just got 50. Our levels, most of them are about half of them above level 10, but we still got a shaman, paladin, warrior below that. So I believe we're aiming towards getting those up to level 10 at some point. So here we do our first bit of disenchanting. We got bite, golden bite from our ranked rewards last season. It's just not as good of a card compared to swipe. Deal 4 damage. Bite does 4 damage, but it's attached to your hero. But swipe is better because you can go through taunts. So we just disenchant that. Bellsong Inquisitor. A fairly weak taunt minion, you'd rather run something like a Senjin Shieldmaster. Even Stegodon is decent, so we're disenchanting that. So compared to Mogoshan Warden are probably worth disenchanting. I don't think we disenchant it at this point. Since it's just a common, it might have some percent use, but it is still not that good of a taunt minion. So we're looking for other druid cards to disenchant. Those are all pretty decent. Ella Longneck is probably a consideration, but we use it. So those two, Elden Longneck and Shell Shifter. We'll keep those as minions. It's good to have as a new player. These hunter cards are all pretty decent. Bear's Longbow. Mage cards are all pretty decent to keep. Perhaps Flame Geyser, but the 2 damage to get an elemental can be useful. You don't have too many elemental cards. Kind of cold is extra. Just disenchant that. All those are decent cards for mage. Got an extra Lost in the Jungle. Disenchant that. So secrets, perhaps a contention for repentance to disenchant, but no, we keep the secrets at this point. Dark Conviction. Quality's a good card. Guard George is a good card, you want to keep that. We're keeping the Ghostly Charges. So Priest. These cards are worth keeping. At this point. Light Spawns we can use. Mind Vision, that's a basic card, you can't disenchant that. Shadow Madness is even worth keeping, even though it's not really seen too much. Cabal Shadow Priest can be useful. Road cards, probably only Leeching Poison or Betrayal as well. It's worth disenchanting. I don't think we disenchant it because it's just a common, just get 5 dust. Potential dust. And Venom weapon is pretty situational, we're just disenchanting that. 20 dust there. Headcrack is also worth disenchanting. Mistwraith possibly. I don't know if we disenchant it here. So you don't have many echo synergies with that. Okay, we disenchant it. For Chorna, maybe disenchanting 1 is worth it. So we have the Twig. If we wanted to have more dust for budget deck straight away, we would disenchant that, but for now we're going to keep that just so that, you know, if you happen to not open it and you don't have that much dust, we're gonna go with along with that. Work our way up, getting that first few hundred dust. So these cards for Shaman are worth keeping, except for Cobalt Hermit, possibly, because it's fairly weak. Again, it's a common, it's only extra 5 dust. Spirit Oko possibly, but it is still unique enough to keep. Not much else there for Shaman at the moment. For Warlock, these cards are worth keeping. Possibly Sense Demons. Drawing 2 cards from your deck is pretty slow. Halfine possibly because it's only used in discard Warlock deck. It's pretty useless elsewhere. The rest of these are worth keeping. Maybe Lakari Fellhound. Taloka's not seen too much. Warrior cards. Possibly an argument for a Rapid Weaponsmith, but still, it's still decent enough to have a weapon out, a 2/2 weapon for 4 mana. The rest of these are pretty good, even Tarlord. Neutrals. Those are worth keeping. Secret Keeper is worth keeping. Only Mana Addict. That is a very situational card because you only gain the attack that turn. When you play a spell, you have to play spells to buff it up, and it only lasts that turn, so disenchant for that one. All Spirit, also contention for disenchanting, since it's a slow effect. Nat Pagel, possible disenchant, but the thing is, if you disenchant a legendary, you have a possibility of opening it up again, and we're definitely going to be opening up classic packs in the future from Tavern Brawls and that sort of thing, and daily quests. Oh, Spell Shifter, possibly as well. It's not so good compared to Cobalt Geomancer. It's like the same sort of card. Demolisher is not that good, but it is a mech, and with Boomsday, it could have some possible synergies we could play around. These are all worth keeping. Possibly Pumpkin Peasant, but it's still a 3 cost minion. You got Ancient Mage. Very fringe playable. Those are all worth keeping. These are all worth keeping. Possibly the Venture Co. And possibly the Storm Watcher. Could be worth disenchanting, but if you add up the number of commons we would have possibly disenchanted, that's about 10 or 11 at most. That's 55 dust, that's only enough to craft 1 common. It's not really worth it at this point to really disenchant that much. You'd rather disenchant 11 duplicate commons rather than 11 commons that you have no other copies of. So looking at our mage deck, see what we can do. We've crafted the Mana Worm, Source's Apprentice, possible Explosive Runes or Counterspell for building towards a secret mage deck. Though they're rare, so they both cost 100. Kirin Tor Mage are synergized with those secrets. So building towards a secret mage deck would cost several hundred dust, maybe 600. At the very least for the secret package. We have Ice Barrier as the secret that we do have, but we want more secrets. There's also Vex Crow. So we have extra, we're trying to disenchant that as well. Where is it? It's an Ancient Brewmaster, let's disenchant that. So for a Hunter deck, looking for Daimol, very strong neutral beast from Kobolds. We're looking to open that up. Maybe worth crafting one of those. Firefly, perhaps another Firefly. 2 cost minions, Direwolf Alpha, definitely a good contention for crafting, for Hunter especially. Loot Hoarder, just a general card draw. Even a Knife Juggler. Have Jewel Macaw, decent 1 cost minion, also gives us value by giving us another beast. In 3 costs, you've got Bear Shark and Eaglehorn Bow. So Eaglehorn Bow, definitely, if we looking for a weapon, that's one of them. Another hunted weapon would be Candle Shot. Scavenging Hyena. Good contention to craft. Having more secrets, Explosive Trap and Freezing Trap. If you could open those, that would be nice. Wandering Monster, very good. Also, good secret to have, but is a rare. Also with the Lesser Emerald Spellstone. Okay, so at this point, it's difficult for me to commentate over the footage that I already taken that didn't record the mic, and going through each card that I mentioned that would be good to add in the deck. So basically at this point we are going through the warrior deck and pointing out specific cards there, such as Throbbing Berserker, Warpath, that sort of thing. We go for the Shaman deck a little bit, and talk about some of the important Druid cards. So basically for me to commentate over that, I will just show this in fast forward, and we'll take it from there. So for the rest of this episode, I'll summarize what's been going on for the past couple of weeks. So we had some games near the start of the August season, after the reset, and just before the Boomstick expansion release, which was on 7 August. So as you can see, we played games up to rank 21. We won most of them this time around, with just 6 losses and quite a few wins. So that was basically with mostly our mage deck. We even had some of our priest deck getting a few wins. So that's basically all good so far. And at the time of this recording, there are a few days left in the August season. So I aim to push this series much quicker to finish off the August season, which means unfortunately I'm not going to be talking so much for new players to explain everything, and I want to advance this account, which I've just kind of left for a few weeks while I try to catch up on the video footage that I have and cutting out bits and that sort of thing. So basically the plan is we're going to build more towards a budget deck. We're not going to build the full version, but I'm going to play it and aim it to get to rank 15 and higher. And this will be in the Boonsday meta, so things will have changed, and it's basically making the best use of the cards that we open, while we're trying to open enough packs to get more commons and rares and that sort of thing, so we don't have to craft them. And we have possible base with our Paladin. Possible we could try Paladin. I don't know how competitive it'll be past rank 15, but I think we can get rank 15 with that sort of deck. And that will show you being able to have fun building with the cards that you open that is not necessarily commonly seen in competitive meta, and you see on all the websites, you see promoting very similar deck lists with the similar cards. So we'll see how well that works. And from then on, getting to rank 5, we'll probably look for more budget deck that is closer to a meta archetype. As much as I would like to get to rank 5 with, you know, a non-meta deck, I'm not sure. Deck building is still going to be become a bigger part of how we progress, especially as you get up those ranks, because the higher you go, the more a consistent deck becomes important. You can play casually at lower ranks, but when you get up to rank 5, having 2 copies of most cards, at least of the core cards, and it can depend, but it matters. And you can still win enough with enough sort of games. You can just play and not have to craft so much and save out your dust, but it still matters to have, let's say, 20 cards that are the core cards that you all have, so you will have to craft a bunch. And basically that's it. And then we'll see what happens after that, looking into more other decks that are a bit more expensive. But that is the main plan here. So from here, this marks the start of the change in this series, which I've been planning for a while, where it's less about going through each of the parts of Hearthstone and talking it for new players at the expense of having a slowed down account progress. And I'll be progressing this account more quickly, but I won't be able to explain everything to help new players. So I will probably make separate videos that are like short, sort of focused on certain topics, and that will help new players more, instead of having it all tied to the free-to-play account series where I go through the full process and there's a lot of different things to look out for.
Anduin versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine!
The light shall bring victory.
Someone call for
In the light's name.
Tazdingo! Yes! It's playtime! Man! So call for the Why do you call?
I must consider.
Extraordinary. Man! You win this time.
Anduin versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine.
The light shall bring victory.
Out the road.
I wonder. Must move quickly.
Is someone injured?
Job done.
In the light's name.
Right away.
Why do you call?
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Someone call for the doctor. Unleash me!
I must consider.
Push forward.
Unleash me! You are not welcome here. Truth is found in death.
In the light's name.
I must consider.
Someone call for the...
You have best.
Anduin versus Anduin.
The light shall bring victory. Light smiles upon the just.
Is someone injured?
We must cleanse the Sunwell. We must cleanse the Sunwell. Push forward.
Engaging TC-130 into dislocator.
Push forward.
Embrace the void.
My eyes are open.
It's harvest time!
Of course.
Anduin versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine!
The light shall bring victory.
We have turned our curse into our strength. Almost out of time. So many possibilities. Almost out of time.
Your opponent's back.
Anduin versus Medivh.
Let the games begin.
The light shall bring victory.
Is someone injured?
Dingo! Yes! Someone call for the doctor.
We must cleanse the Sunwell. Push forward. We must cleanse the Sunwell. Push forward.
An incredible discovery!
Must choose quickly.
Do not fear power. Fear those who wield it. Tortola, preserve us!
Someday I'll be just like you!
Is someone injured?
Someday I'll be just like you!
Is someone injured?
You have best.
Anduin versus Khadgar.
Knowledge is power.
The light shall bring victory.
Is someone injured? Right away.
Well done. You win.
Anduin versus Khadgar.
Knowledge is power.
The light shall bring victory. Greetings.
Thank you, my friend.
Someone call for the
Greetings, fellow seeker of truth.
Is someone injured?
My eyes are open.
Right away. Tortola, right away. Preserve us!
When Earth moves, empires fall.
shells. Right away.
Of course. There must be a way. This power is ecstasy.
Right away.
Of course.
Jaina versus Uther.
I will fight with honor.
You asked for it.
Well met. Well played. Tadingo! Yes! I wonder. I wonder. The Frost Wolves stand ready. wonder.
Reporting for duty.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Let me think.
I must move quickly.
That was a mistake.
Push forward.
That was a mistake. Justice.
Not on my watch.
Hello.
Well met. What you looking at?
Don't mess with Tusker.
Well played. Let me think.
Reporting for duty.
Well met. By the holy light!